Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being with me today on this channel. This channel was created for you. And while I created this channel, I work in tandem with spirit, with your energies, and with my own gifts to bring you spiritual messages, spiritual guidance, and they're always given to you in love and light, always. And today, this is Thursday, May 4th, when I'm recording this, I'm feeling the need to sort of come to you in regards to the energy right now. It is Mercury Retrograde. We have 10 more days of this. And then we can breathe a little bit easier. I wanted to say that it's super important that you understand that energies, they kind of come and go as far as the extremes. Right now in this Mercury retrograde, I get the sense that some of you kind of feel like, why am I going through emotional roller coaster right now? Why am I all of a sudden crying when I was happy 2 days ago? Pardon me. Why am I having so many technological difficulties? At work. It's since the start of Mercury retrograde, let me tell you. There have been setbacks, delays. There have been things that normally work that was taking days for our IT department to figure it out. And so it's things like that. But while it's so easy to get frustrated and throw in the towel, at the same time, I had to smile because I knew, and I know, it is the aligning of the planets. It's the way they're aligned. It is the energy that feels harsh. But it is also a time that will allow you to kind of slow down a little because maybe you don't really have a choice. It's also, if you look at it positively, it's a time to avoid signing major contracts because we don't want to run into any problems with legal issues regarding legal documents and those kinds of things. But I know it probably sounds a little superstitious, right? But from my own experience, I realize that these retrogrades aren't always doom and gloom. Even though, yes, there are sometimes problems with technology and things like that. Things break down, things slow down. It also gives us time to sort of, how do I say this? Move our energy to maybe reflect a little bit, or maybe to just hold off on something, hold off on that big purchase for right now. But I feel like it gets a bad rap, Mercury retrograde. You say those two words, and people that know or are familiar with retrograde kind of go, oh no, not retrograde. I'm going to hide for the month. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like I said, it does have some positive things. But I wanted to kind of just touch and tap into our energy and what's going on right now. It does feel like, and I just want to say this, I have been feeling for the last few weeks emotional, irritable, and I am one of the most calm people, and I can get along with anyone. I'm just I'm that kind of person where I always say, if I had a religion, it would be love. But lately, in the last few weeks, it has been a little bit challenging to not react to certain things. On the road, for instance, when people tailgate or they get impatient with you or they cut you off or whatever, right? I'm telling you, my anger barometer has been rising. And I have to slow down and ask Spirit to help me. Help me not be so angry. Help me not to lash out. Please help me clear this energy so I can remain in my own energy, not someone else's. Bear with me one sec. So it's super important to understand that we have to be patient during these periods of intense energy, right? And so I feel like this message today, whatever it brings, will sort of help us feel at ease with these intense energies right now. There could be extreme worry on your part. I woke up at 2 a.m. thinking about bills, thinking about how to bring in extra cash right now, and wondering how am I going to do that, and thinking about credit cards and house payment, and we're still having chilly mornings here, and I was thinking about oil. I've got to order oil for my so I can have heat in the house in the mornings when it's freezing. But I know that worrying is a form of prayer. So I quickly try to, it's almost like a Control-Alt-Delete. Delete those thoughts, turn them into something more positive. Like, yeah, this is temporary. And the universe always has my back. The universe always has my back. And so when I ask for something, I am confident that the universe will provide. And it has been proven over and over again. Yes, the universe has stepped in, provided when I need it, right? Let's get on to the energy cards. I'm gonna open this deck, shuffle, and ask Spirit to come in and guide us in this energy right now that we're experiencing. It is part of our growth. It's part of our journey. It is just a natural part of life. Spiritual, physical, emotional, mental. Oh, thank you, guys. Bear with me. I have to pick up the cards that just fell on the floor. Okay. So, I love these two cards. Two cards fell out. I'm going to use them both because I feel like they are very relevant to this message today. But first, before I do that, there's one on the bottom of the deck that I just want to say, here is what's been going on in our emotional, mental, physical. It's like there's hostilities, negative energy, intense energy, not necessarily saying someone's attacking you, but the energies are kind of attacking us. It does feel very, very true to what's going on right now. However, stay up. The two cards that popped out are the Sun, which is a really good card, guys, and man holding a coin. Okay, this is Pentacles. This is 7 is a spiritual number. 4 plus 3 is 7, and it feels as if there's some blessing coming in. So look, after I feel like even during some of the what feels like the worst times, there are always blessings being put together behind the scenes. That's what I feel like with the universe working in our favor, as long as we are in our own favor, right? As long as we are in that positive energy. And I feel like a lot of you have been. And so the universe is saying, I'm rewarding you. We're rewarding you. So when you're working in tandem with the universe, it's like you're rewarding yourself, right? Of course, God is involved, or whoever you believe in. And it feels like there's always something good going on behind the scenes and we just don't realize it because of these intense energies, okay? So when there is a promise of the sun coming out, you can have faith and you better believe that this is true, that this is going to happen. Something good is coming through. Look at those eyes and that face in the sun. I feel like that's you coming into some sort of awakening, coming out of intense energy, coming into a real blessing, maybe a manifestation coming in for you. And look at, you're in the bird bath, right? Let me look at this card closer, because every time I do cards, I look at cards, there's always something different that I have not noticed before. And so this time it feels like you're an open book, like something is being exposed and it's positive. There's something coming through. And do you see here, let me just take a look at it real fast. This to me almost looks like a book, but I could be wrong. To me, this is how I'm interpreting it. You are an open book. However, you don't see something coming. And do you see how she's facing that direction and this is over here? It feels like she is in a sacred pool, almost like refreshing waters, like almost it's like being baptized, growing up in church, I would see people be baptized all the time. And it's sort of a symbol of being washed clean. In the church where I went to, they said it's your sins being washed clean. You're being reborn. This to me, now don't take that as that's what baptism is. That's what that church taught. But this looks like a renewal. It looks like something new is coming in. You've been doing some work, and it's paying off. It looks as if you're shining. The sun is shining on you. You're in alignment with yourself. You're coming into that truth, your alignment, coming out of the intense energies of retrograde. And, during these intense energies, it could stir up old emotions. And sometimes you need to. It needs to be stirred up so you can release it and let it go and move forward. I feel too like there's an interesting, it's like some of you are going through how do I say, that commercial, I want my money and I want it now. I want it now. And so it feels like that. It feels like, when am I going to get this manifestation that I've been asking for? When is this going to happen? I want it now. I'm tired. I have done my work. Why can't I have this now? I want to tell you, bear with me. It has been interesting because I have been tossing around these feelings of, I know change is imminent and I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. Do I need to leave where I work? What do I need to do? And I was saying, I was in prayer actually. You know, I take these breaks every once in a while at work, and I'll just go into a empty conference room, and I'll do a prayer, and I'll say, you know, I don't like this feeling of not knowing. And I was hearing, you're not ready yet. Okay. So if I'm not ready, why? Please explain it to me, because I don't know what I'm not doing that I'm not ready yet. I was actually getting a little bit annoyed. And I was hearing, you still haven't let go of something in the past. And I'm thinking, it can't be that person I dated or that person. I let go of them a long time ago. So it wasn't that. And so I feel, guys, like this is happening to all of us. There's something maybe that you haven't let go of yet, and you're not aware of it. It's not your fault. You're just not aware. And that's why I was getting that message, you're not ready yet. And so it's really important to understand that during intense energies like this, especially with a retrograde, there can be those moments where you aren't ready for something. And that's kind of the universe's way of protecting you. Like, if you go through with something right now, it's not gonna be as good as you would have expected it to be. And you may have to make a decision and move on from there because it didn't work, whatever. And so I was hearing that you're not ready yet, and it made me think of, it made me be thankful. At first I was annoyed, and then I was like, this is interesting. Thank you for telling me that, guides. Thank you, thanking myself, my inner dialogue, my higher self, for telling me don't push things right now. Make sure that you understand, if something isn't working out, it's because you're not ready yet. The circumstances aren't right yet. The fruit isn't ripe yet. You have to give it a little longer, and you have to understand that if you're not ready to release something, you're not ready. And when you're ready, and your higher self and your soul tells you you're ready. And you'll know it, because everything will click. And so it's hard when we go through periods of low finances, sometimes a negative balance in the bank, maybe just until payday or maybe long after. But it's really difficult to deal with, because it is in the human, in our life, we experience things like that are tangible, right? How am I going to, after I pay my mortgage, what am I going to have left over? Can I buy food this week? Do I have enough money for gas? What am I going to do? And so then you start thinking, okay, I got to find a second job, or I got to bring in extra cash, or this. That's what happened to me this morning at 2 a.m. I'm going to be crashing later on this afternoon. I'm going to be really tired. But it feels like that's where they're pointing out to me that I need to understand that worrying only adds to the stress, right? Because what I heard after that is, you haven't let go of your old way of thinking. Not totally. Of your fear of not having enough money, which brings in that same energy of not having enough money. And so I understand that. And I also understand that rationally, I just want to use Capricorns. I'm not picking on you, but there are a lot of Cappies in my life. And they have a tendency to think rationally, like, okay, I understand that you have faith, but you also have to understand that you need to, you're in control, and you need to save up for this, save up for that. And, it's those kinds of things. It's that faith doesn't come first with that. It's more like, this is like the rational side. This is what you should be doing. So it feels very much like there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance there. And somehow I don't quite have that yet. But all the messages that come through about faith and the universe, I've witnessed it over and over. The universe does always step in. When I need something, I ask for it and I know the universe will deliver it. And sure enough, there's always some kind of surprise check that comes in, or somebody will say, hey, let me help you out with something, or I'll get something free. It's always, let me tell you a story. I don't know if I told you this before, but, and this might seem petty to some of you, but I had a couch, a sofa that was really old, and the money to buy a new sofa, as you know, it's not cheap. It's expensive. And so I said to the universe, thank you for bringing in the means to buy a new couch so we don't have to avoid springs coming through the couch type of thing. And I said, I'm grateful, universe. You always come through for me. I know you will again. Thank you so much. No lie, a couple days later, maybe a week, my coworker said to me, hey, do you know anyone that needs a couch? It's almost like new. And I almost fell over every time. And I shouldn't be surprised because the universe always delivers. And so I said, I'm actually looking for one. So how much? She showed me the picture. Very nice couch. And I said to her, how much can I give you for that? And she said, no, Naomi, it's free. And I said, come on, I've got to give you something. And she said, no, because of who you are, and because I know you, this is free to you. And I almost fell over. I did. Brand new couch that she was trying to get rid of because she didn't want it in her, she had to store some stuff or sell it. And she decided to give it to me. And I'm telling you, the blessings that come in, it just astounds me. My refrigerator broke. I can tell you story after story. My refrigerator broke one day. It was done. It hit the bricks. And I asked, I know what it was. I said to my manager, I might have to take a little longer on my lunch break. I have to go find a fridge. My refrigerator broke last night. Everything's in a cooler. You know what he said to me? He said, Naomi, we have extra refrigerators in one of our buildings that is not occupied anymore, and I would like you to have it. It was almost a new fridge. And I'm telling you, the blessings that come in when you believe and you have faith, you trust in the universe, and you put that out there. Thank you so much, universe. I know you'll provide for me. Thank you so much. And I'm telling you, I have so much to be grateful for. So when we are in these intense energies, it is a great time to take stock of what you have and be thankful for it, and to be thankful for everything that you've been blessed with. I'm telling you, wow, this message is really hitting home because I have been feeling kind of up and down in my emotions and all of that. And it just gives me this opportunity to say, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. It just is amazing. I can't say that enough. So during these times, it's super important to understand that we will receive what we need. You have to believe. You have to understand that you belong with whatever it is you're putting your intention out there for, and the universe will deliver. This card, man holding a coin. It feels like help is on the way is what I'm hearing. Help is on the way because I'm seeing a big red cross, like, like Red Cross. But Spirit is saying help is on the way. Can you feel it? It's here. Understand. Open up that trust and understand that it's here for you. Yes, we have to do our part in things. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. We have to be willing to work as a team with the universe, work as a team within our own soul, to come into alignment with our human mental, doubts and fears and stuff. We have to come into alignment with our heart and our soul to understand that, no, I'm not going to be that person anymore that is settling into fear, because fear is what I've known and that's what's comfortable to me. No more. I do not. I'm more important than that. And I understand that I belong with having enough money to pay my bills and more. I belong with having blessings come to me, free people donating free items because they felt they should. And I'm not saying go beg people. I'm saying when the universe brings things in like that, it makes you just stop in your tracks and say, wow. It is the most amazing thing to have faith and trust and to be aligned with the belonging of whatever those things are that you're asking for. For me, my prayer, my intention that I put out there is always, what can I do? How can I pay back? How can I pay it forward? How can I help someone today? How can I help someone heal? How can I be a spiritual guide? What message would you like me to send? And so it works in tandem, guys. It works in a togetherness energy with your soul, with the universe. And I'm telling you, you will see miracles come in. Let me just I wanted to look at these. I was drawn to these cards. I haven't used them in a while. Gateway by Denise Lynn. She's amazing. I love her. So check her out sometime. Let's do one more message here, and then we'll close it out. What advice do you have for us, guys? Ooh, thank you. And again, thank you for falling on the floor. Okay. Oh, see, my heart is open. I'm open to receive. I'm open to give. I'm open to work with as a team with the universe. I'm open to give myself my calling. I'm open to work on trust and faith. And I'm open to be patient when I need to. I'm open to ditching the mentality of fear, of anguish, of sleepless nights. I'm open to come into alignment. I'm open to love, because love is the core of all of this, guys. I don't know about you, but I would much rather experience more faith and trust and love than fear and anguish and anxiety. That's not who we are meant to be. This is the perfect message for today for me, because it feels like we are giving birth to something new, a new way of thinking that aligns with feeling what is truth in our hearts, and that is faith, trust, working as a teammate with the universe to bring into our path things that we enrich us spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. Guys, this is a time, even though we're in retrograde, this is all working behind the scenes for us, right? We're working together with ourselves, with the universe, with our divine creator to grow. Wow. I hope you have enjoyed this message. I'm just going to show you this one last card. My life is truly guided, trusting, okay? I hope you have enjoyed this message, and I pray that you apply this where it is needed in your life. This is an important time in our lives. Let's move with lighter energy, with faith and trust and commitment to a good life and lives to come. Until next time, everyone, I love you so much. Namaste.